What's up, guys? It's me, Tiff, and it has been a journey. Celsius Network froze withdrawals to customers in June 2022, so it's been over a year and a half, and we're finally starting to see some payouts. I will get to exactly how much I got back, but for those of you who don't know me or anything about me, I personally left 3.1 Bitcoins and 11.6 ETH in Celsius, which at the time I deposited was worth over $200,000. And that's actually the only reason I started this YouTube channel. When Celsius shut down withdrawals, I was already going through the worst breakup of my life. It was my first real heartbreak. So I was already in one of the lowest emotional states of my entire life. So then suddenly, losing the majority of my life savings to Celsius just drove me into a deep and severe depression. I remember after Celsius collapsed, I was waking up every single day having panic attacks. I literally felt like I couldn't breathe. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I was shaking. I was shivering. And this happened to me every morning and multiple times throughout the day. And to be honest, I just spiraled into having constant suicidal thoughts. I felt like I couldn't cope. I didn't see any point in carrying on. And I know that might sound dramatic to some of you, and I know that I'm young, but I will say that I'm someone who already struggles with depression and anxiety in my day-to-day life. So then going through that catastrophic period where my personal life had fallen apart, and then I lost most of what I had saved throughout my entire life, those feelings just felt so unbearable that the thought of dying and feeling nothing felt preferable. So needless to say, I just couldn't be alone with my own thoughts. I had to constantly be on the phone. I had to constantly be out with friends. I had to constantly keep my mind busy, but you can't stay out and be on the phone forever. So that's actually why I started this YouTube channel. I really just wanted to vent and commiserate with other people about my Celsius losses. To be honest, none of my in real life friends even knew what Celsius was. None of my in real life friends know anything about crypto. They were like, isn't it FDIC insured? I'm sure that there's some insurance and you'll get your money back. My friends just didn't really understand that aspect of what I was going through. And so I wanted to go online and maybe find a little community of other people who had lost money to Celsius. So that's how I posted my very first video on YouTube. Hey guys, my name is Tiffany. I'm not much of a YouTuber, but I did just get fucked by Celsius last week, and I have literally nothing else to do but share my grief and trauma and my massive L in my Celsius portfolio. I left a little too much in Celsius, and it does hurt to lose. Potentially might never be able to withdraw from my Celsius account. So I'm gonna have to just consider all of that money gone. It might not look like a lot since we're currently in a bear market, but back when I did deposit, it was worth over $200,000. So it really does hurt to lose all of that money. I'm not feeling particularly optimistic about what's going to happen with all of our funds left at Celsius. Just trying to cope with the fact that I might have completely lost all of that crypto. Shouldn't have left that much on Celsius in the first place. I'm sure there are people who left more than I left on their Celsius accounts, but I hope that my pain brings you some small bit of joy today. This is my new outlet, I guess. Thanks. Still smiling and still cracking lame jokes through the tears. So I honestly wasn't expecting anyone to watch that first YouTube video. I had 0 followers on YouTube because I'd never posted a YouTube video before. And I had a whopping 200 followers on Twitter because the last time I used Twitter was maybe high school or college. But I had no aspirations of becoming an influencer or a reporter or a citizen journalist. I was just trying not to off myself. And to my surprise, quite a few people actually started watching that first YouTube video, and people were commenting about their own losses and how it was affecting their own lives. At that time, I was waking up every single morning frantically searching and Googling for any information I could find about what was happening with our funds inside of Celsius. So I just decided I would start summarizing everything I was finding about what was happening with our money. I just thought maybe this could be sort of a service to other people and be a new hobby for me so that I didn't have to think about my own life. But making those Celsius updates led to employees inside the company leaking me information, like leaked internal all-hands meetings, transaction histories, audio files, Alex Mashinsky and Nuke Goldstein's wallet addresses and transaction histories, and the leaked bids on our assets, which almost got me sued by Celsius even though I'm a creditor and I never signed an NDA and I never worked for Celsius, but okay, Celsius. And that then led to Sam Bankman-Fried following me on Twitter. And I don't expect any of you guys to know much about me, but that led to its own strange little journey in my life. But anyway, I just literally could not have imagined all the strange twists and turns that my life has taken since I started this YouTube channel. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life before any of this, and I still don't really know. But I'm not someone who ever prioritized professional success or professionalism in general. I never would have expected to have a profile of me in Rolling Stone. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Or to be featured in all these fancy publications like the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg. I also never would have expected to be invited to the White House or have my name dropped in Congress. I'm a fucking loser. But I have found some of my best friends throughout all of this, and I'd like to give a little shout out to the people that I speak to on a near daily basis. Aaron Bennett, Patrick Boyle, Billy Marcus. I love you all so much. And also, I've met so many other incredible people throughout this whole process. And I am also so grateful to any of you guys, anyone who has been with me from the beginning or found me somewhere along the way. Thank you so much for watching my little baby YouTube channel. I have so much anxiety public speaking, so I never thought that I could ever have a little YouTube channel and talk to people like this. And I know I don't have that big of a following, but I'm just happy to have a tiny little community that I can talk to about anything. And I feel like you people have been with me through some of the darkest periods of my life, and I just am so grateful for you. Oh, I don't know. I feel so uncomfortable saying cheesy things like this, but I really am truly so grateful for you, and I really do love you all so much. And it sounds so up my own ass, but I do feel proud to have gotten myself out of such a dark hole and period of my life and managed to turn it into something somewhat positive for me. That is not to say that I no longer struggle with depression and anxiety, because I definitely still do. And that's also not to say that I've made it all back with YouTube, because I've shown this on live streams, but my RPM is so low, maybe because I curse so much. I don't know, YouTube hates me, but I made practically nothing on these actual YouTube videos. Quick pause, but I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, Aura. Aura is basically an all-in-one digital safety and identity theft protection service that protects you from scammers, hackers, and cybercrime by scanning the web and the dark web for your sensitive information like your emails, passwords, social security number, etc., and alerts you immediately if it finds any of your personal information leaked out there on the internet and automatically requests removal for you. Data brokers are making a fortune selling your personal information online, and personally, I was shocked to see how much of my sensitive information had been leaked out there on sketchy websites on the internet. I started using Aura over a year ago, and when I signed up, they found my passwords, my home address, and my phone number leaked out there on the internet, and they automatically removed them for me. You can see my Aura notifications right here where Aura has removed my information from sketchy websites, and Aura's actually got a whole suite of other useful features like a password manager, a VPN, antivirus software, identity theft protection, scam call protection, junk mail removal. They monitor my credit score. Basically, it's a one-stop shop for all of your digital security needs, all in one affordable subscription, so you don't have to pay for like 10 different subscriptions to things. By the way, Aura was rated the #1 identity theft protection service on security.com. Aura's got 4.6 stars on the Apple App Store. They've got 4.7 stars on Trustpilot. They were rated the #1 identity protection service on security.org. They were ranked the #1 identity theft protection service by US News in 2023, and were in the best identity theft protection services on Forbes. I literally pay for a monthly Aura subscription right out of my own pocket, and I've literally recommended Aura to my own mother. But Aura is actually offering my followers a 2-week free trial at aura.com/Tiffany or using this handy little QR code right here. So needless to say, I genuinely think Aura is worth a try, even if just to check and see if any of your personal information has been leaked out there on the internet, because I was seriously surprised to see how much of my personal information was leaked on sketchy websites, and Aura removed that for me. Thank you so much to Aura, and you can check out a 14-day free trial at aura.com/Tiffany or using this handy little QR code right here. And back to the video. But I am very thankful to my sponsors because I have been able to turn this into a side income source, but I am still very down bad. So let's get into how much I actually got back from Celsius real quick. Like I mentioned earlier, I left 3.1 Bitcoins and 11.6 ETH in Celsius, which at the time I deposited was worth well over $200,000. At today's prices, it's sitting at around $195,000. But I've finally received my Celsius distribution back, and I've received 0.55 Bitcoins and 8.3 ETH, which at today's prices is sitting at about $50,000. So at today's prices, your girl is still down about $145,000. So that is not amazing for me, but regardless, I am truly so grateful for all of the amazing people this has brought into my life, and you, anyone who's watching this, because at the end of the day, obviously, money is important. I'm not going to pretend money is not important to living a good life, but the things I think I'll care about more on my deathbed and surprisingly, that has not come yet. Maybe soon though, who knows, are the friendships and the relationships in my life. And again, that sounds so cheesy, but I do think that this has been a net positive for me. And I know that not everyone who lost money to Celsius or FTX or Voyager feels that way. This has not been a net positive for everyone. But I do want to say that you do have a friend in me and that I truly appreciate you. And I know that my friendship is probably not worth all of the money that you lost in Celsius, and I'm so sorry. But it is a tiny consolation prize. And I do just want you to know that if you're ever struggling through dark moments, you can always reach out to me. I do actually read my Twitter DMs. I don't respond to everyone because some people I've responded to have turned out to be kind of psychotic. But if you're not planning to stalk or murder or kill me, then please know you can reach out to me if you're struggling through a really hard time. I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist, but I do consider people who do watch me regularly to be kind of my friends, as long as you're not fucking crazy. But anyway, I thought today would be sort of a slightly sentimental day. I didn't have a script written out or notes written up. I probably forgot to say some things in this. But now that most of us have finally received our payouts, it does feel like in some ways it is sort of the conclusion of this Celsius chapter. That does not mean I'm going anywhere or stopping making YouTube videos. There are still more Celsius updates to come. I've also been live streaming a lot. I find it really fun to just sit around and chat with you guys. I do stream on this main YouTube channel, but I also have a second YouTube channel called Tiffany Fong TV and a Twitch, Tiffany Fong TV. And I've been streaming on those more frequently because I feel like some people who watch me on my main YouTube channel actually think I'm some serious professional reporter or something because they get upset when I curse on my live streams. So I don't know, I've been streaming more on those second channels. Please let me know if there are any videos that you would like to see. And you can also reach me on Twitter at tiffanyfong with 1_. I have a Substack at tiffanyfong.substack.com. I have a TikTok at tiffanyfong with 1_. I am still trying to figure out what exactly to do with my life, but I am so grateful that you are now in it. That's so cheesy. Anyway, I love you all so very much, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. I'm still making videos, guys. I'm not actually going anywhere. This was just, you know, we're finally getting our payouts back, okay? It doesn't have to be that serious. I love you. Bye. This is my Marvel style end credit scene, and I don't know what I'm gonna put here, but I will decide when I edit the video.
You have all my money. I've had all my money with you for 20 years.
True.
Can I take a big loan for a change?
Sure. Take a
Okay.
loan.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot of money here.
Yes.
That's good.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh.
You're gonna take a big
Oh.
loan? I'm gonna lock you up for a long time.
What is that? No, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put it back. I don't need that. At Celsius, we don't lock you up. We always act in your best interest. So, are you gonna use the bank or are you gonna use Celsius?